Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through here today. All right, wealth engineers, we've got a few of you in the room. I can see your faces. 78 days left. Guys watching us live today, 78 days to the 30th of November. That's how much time we've got left in this year. December doesn't count, you know that. December doesn't count. 78 days left in this year. Are you serious about creating greater income for yourselves? Then you know you've got 78 more days this year to do it in before we start next year. So guys, if you're watching us online, which I know you are today, 78 days, let's get serious. We spoke 12 days ago about the fact that we had 90 days left in this year. 12 days have disappeared. So if you're serious about creating income, you should be going bananas for the next 78 days with DuePoint. Now, what is DuePoint, ladies and gentlemen? That's why you're here today. That's why you're watching us live. DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. Folks, we are a listed and licensed life and short-term insurance company. First started in 1952. We're 65 years old. This is not a new startup. This is not something new in the South African context. We are, of course, an authorized and registered financial services provider. There's our FSP license and number over there. And, of course, go afterwards, take a look on the wall outside. All of our licenses and certificates are up on the wall for you to see. And, of course, everything about DuePoint is online. You'll find us everywhere online if you go and look for us. We want you to be comfortable as well with the team. We've got all the requisite skills in the house. But what's most important is that we're actually here. This is a homegrown South African company with homegrown skills built for South Africans. And we want you to understand that at any point in time, if you need us or you want to find us, we're right here. Monday to Saturday, you're going to find us here. That's me over there, Brendan Benfield. I'm the senior executive here at DuePoint. This is Tim. Tim heads up our finances. And this is Stacy. Stacy assists him in our finance and compliance. We're all chartered accountants. That's why you can see we know what we're talking about. These two are just pretending, you see. And then this is Jane. Jane is our resident expert direct seller. She's from overseas, but she spent the last decade with us here in South Africa, so a great asset to the team. And then we've got Rob. Rob is our design guy. Ran his own digital design firm for 20 years. Knows what he's doing. Everything that you see, feel, and touch here was designed by Rob. Now, what is it that we actually do at DuePoint? Well, we have two objectives. Our primary objective, the passion of our business, the cornerstone, the foundational piece of everything we do here at DuePoint, is that we want to put into the hands of South Africans a tool that they can use to build sustainable and reliable income with. Right now, you all know it, we live in an economy where we have very little control as individuals. If you're full-time employed, you know somebody else decides how much you earn, when you're going to earn it, what hours you work, when you can take leave, whether you're going to get promoted, whether you're going to get retrenched. Someone else is in control of your finances. But you are living in an economy, like the rest of us, where your income is not meeting your expenditure. You're going to get a 3% raise, maybe a 6% raise, maybe if you're lucky, a 10% raise at the end of this year. Someone else will decide that, yeah? Some of you are going to get a 0% raise. Yes, that's absolutely correct. Someone else is going to decide that, and yet, again, in our economy, prices are increasing out of our control. What are the prices increasing like in South Africa at the moment? They told us for a while it was 6%. Now they're admitting it's been closer to 17% for the last 2 decades. 17%, but you've only been getting a 3 to 6% increase. So we end up with a shortfall. What we need to survive and what we're actually earning don't equal each other. And what have we done up until this point in time? Well, we have used debt. We have become really good at creating different forms of debt to fill the gap between what we earn and what we need. We've got debt for food, we've got debt for clothes, debt for our telephone accounts, debt for cars, debt for houses, and when granny dies, we go out and get a personal loan to pay for the funeral as well. Is it not? We have debt for everything in South Africa, and it is poisoning our personal economies in an incredible way. And the wonderful thing about debt is it's one of those things you can hand over to your children when you die. And that's what we do. We hand over our debt to children when we die. And now they got their own debt, but now they've got yours. And they're paying for food they didn't eat and clothes they didn't wear and all that sort of jazz. That's what we do in the South African context. Now, our hope is that at DuePoint, we put a tool in your hands, a tool that you can create income with, a tool that you can use to start bridging the gap in a different way between what you earn right now, which is not going to go away with the DuePoint system. Nobody ever asks you to quit your job here. But what you can add to what you're earning in your careers through the DuePoint tool and start bridging the gap without having to use debt. We hope in time that it actually prepares you for more, that you're able to create an income that gives you free cash flow. Because if you have free cash flow when those little disasters in life occur, not a problem. You've got the money to handle them. And in the long term, when you cannot work anymore, when you reach retirement age one day, You're not going to need an asset of 1 million or 5 million or 10 million rand in your bank accounts. No, you're not going to need that, because you're going to have created a stable and recurring income with the DuePoint tool that will hold you through your retirement, whether you can work or whether you can't, whether you're in hospital or whether you're at home. That income will be coming in, and that is what we're hoping to create here with the DuePoint system. And then, folks, the second thing that we do here, our secondary objective, is we're creating a new type of financial services business. 21st century style. We want our customers to be connected directly to us through a pipeline that allows them contact with us 24 hours a day, no matter where they are in the world. We don't want you to have to wait until we open our doors here at 8 o'clock in the morning to be in contact with us. We want you to always be in contact with us, and we want to always be in contact with you. Now, those two objectives put together allowed us to create what we call the DuePoint system. Now, the DuePoint system, ladies and gentlemen, is very simple. What it does is it allows you as an individual to contract with us as what we call a wealth engineer, someone who is going to engineer their own wealth. To do that, you have to do one task for us. The task does not include selling, does not include advising, it does not include marketing or advertising, and it does not include recruiting or sponsoring. None of those things are the thing you have to do for us. You have one thing that you have to do for us, and that is to connect people to DuePoint. By simply connecting individuals to us, we are able to penetrate the South African market. And when we do that, channels of distribution are open to us, and we're able to go into those and facilitate the purchase of our products. When that occurs, we create revenue. Where we create revenue, we create that recurring extra income I've been talking about with you. Now, we use financial services and lifestyle products here, which run, if you want, for your entire life. They run automatically on debit order systems every month, and it means that you never have to run around trying to peddle goods with people. You don't buy boxes of stuff here, put them in your car, and then drive to all your friends and try and offload it on all of them. That creates recurring expenditure, because every month you're buying something you can't necessarily sell. Here there is no selling and no buying. Here our products run every month on a computerized debit order system. So whether you're lying in hospital, on the beach, or at work, our computer systems raise those debit orders, and where they're paid successfully, your income comes in stably and recurringly. The second layer of our system is that we want you to be able to expand beyond yourselves. We want you to be able to utilize the time and energy and efforts of others to work not as an individual, as you currently are in your employment. It's just you, numero uno. We want you to be able to utilize others in creating an income for yourself, not only so that you can have more than the time that you have available to you now, but so that you can be creating a business that creates income 24 hours a day. People are working at 3 in the morning when you're asleep. Sometimes you're the person that's up at 3 o'clock in the morning working when others are asleep. But when you're working as teams, you're able to create income 24 hours a day. And we have built that into our system. Now, what's very important to note, folks, is that you are completely independent of us here at DuePoint. This is simply a tool that we put in your hands. This is not an employment opportunity. So for all my Facebookers out there, do not start pages that say DuePoint recruitment. We are not recruiting. We have all the staff we need. Thank you very much. What we do is we put a tool in your hands, and you decide what you're going to do with that tool. You decide how often and when you want to use this tool. But it is, ladies and gentlemen, an input-output tool. Whatever you put in, it puts out. So if you put a little in, only a little is going to come out. If you put bad in, bad will come out. But if you put good and lots of time in, lots will come out of the system. Now, there is absolutely no risk in becoming involved as a wealth engineer at DuePoint. We have purpose-built it that way. We have tried our very best to avoid all financial loss in the hands of our wealth engineers. There is no cost for becoming a wealth engineer. There's no startup cost, no startup fee, no kit, no starter pack you have to buy. And there is no monthly fee for being a wealth engineer, not in any form, business fee, marketing fee, nothing. There's no cost for any of our application forms. By simply being a product owner here at DuePoint, you're already a wealth engineer. And as a wealth engineer, folks, you get this entire system at no additional cost or premium here at DuePoint. So what's important to note is that that's risk-free. But also, what's important to note is that no specific qualification or education is required in this particular financial services industry that we're in. Because you're not brokering for us, you're not agents of ours, you're not advising, and you're not selling, and you're not marketing for us, you do not require any specific experience or qualification to be a wealth engineer. It's for everyone that we believe is over the age of 18 here at DuePoint. You are, however, building an asset because you build channels that create recurring and stable income. You can now price them because you can price them, you can sell them, you can transfer them, and you can hand them over to your children when you pass away one day. We're trying to create proper legacy here. Right now, none of us create legacy. We work in jobs. When we die one day, our kids don't get our jobs. We're handing debt over to them. That's the one thing. Now, we'd like to flip that on its head. If you've managed to create a channel that is creating income, that's what we want passed on to the next generation. And they can take up your channel where you left off and continue to grow it if they so choose to do. This is a real asset that we're creating here at DuePoint. There is absolutely no selling in this process. As I've said, you form no part of the sales transaction here at all. That is DuePoint's task alone, not yours. So those big fears that people have of selling, out the window. You're never going to sell for us here in any way. In fact, we contract you out of it. The other thing that people are afraid of is presenting. Now I've got to learn how to present. I've got to learn all the products. I've got to get accredited. I've got to find a venue. I've got to pay for the venue. I've got to get people to the venue. None of that exists in DuePoint. There are only two people that present, and that's Rob and myself. And today is a very lucky and fortunate day for you because I'm much better than Rob at doing this. And you've picked today to come. So it's a good choice that you've made. Now, we are the only two people that are ever going to present. Your task is simply to connect individuals to us. Now, how do we do that? Well, there's 4 ways to connect people to DuePoint. One of them is not Facebook, WhatsApp, or Gumtree. Okay? Those are not ways you connect people to DuePoint. You connect people to DuePoint, one, through our USB stick. You can pick it up at our information counter, 150 Rand. It's got our presentations on it. You plug it into a smart TV or computer, and there we are doing the presentation any time of the day you want, anywhere that you are. The second way is if you live in Gauteng, you can bring people here to the DuePoint offices Monday through Saturday. We present out of this room. Night times, lunch times, mornings, whenever it's convenient, you can bring that person to us here and they can be in our live studio audience as we present. The third way, the most important way that you connect individuals to DuePoint is through our YouTube channel, DuePoint channel. That's all you look up on YouTube, you'll find. If you've never used YouTube before, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Okay? 21st century, old TV dying, YouTube growing. Okay? It is how you connect individuals to us 24 hours a day. You will find every presentation we have ever done on that channel. Even this presentation today will be on YouTube about 10 minutes after it's finished today. 3 o'clock in the morning. Wherever you are, you can click one button and there I am in full makeup, fresh and ready to do the presentation for you. That is how you connect people to us anywhere in the country, any time of the day, is through our YouTube channel. Now, some people believe that the only way you can form legitimacy in the mind of someone is by bringing them to the head office. Okay, that is a problem that only exists in Gauteng because the other 8 provinces don't have the luxury and they got over it. But for my Gautengelingers, how many of you have been to Google's head office? No? Okay, good. None of you have been to Google's head office. If you were to tell your friend, I really think you should use Google, would they say to you, not until I've been to their head office? No. Okay, no, it's interesting. No, I want you to think about it because you might have said to the person who brought you here today, I'm not going to believe you until I've seen their head office. Okay, if you did, I want you to just put this into perspective. We're a 6.5-decade-old insurance company. All right. Now, have any of you been to Facebook's head office? No. Okay. So why would it be that when your friend said to you, you should really use Facebook, you would say to them, no, not until I've been to their head office? Okay, the Gautengers, we've got to get over that. You do not ever have to come here. We're a completely legitimate business. Every aspect of our business, every single aspect and detail of our business is online. DuePoint.net and our YouTube channel. You will find everything about us there. You never have to come here. But if you want to, you are, of course, welcome to come here. The vast majority of people use our live stream, which is the 4th way you connect people to DuePoint. When we film these presentations every day, we live stream them across the country. So if you're at work, at church, at a coffee shop, at home in your pajamas, it doesn't matter. You click one button when you know we're live, and we're live on your screen with your friends, your acquaintances, whoever's with you. 4 ways to connect people to DuePoint. Never have to sell, never have to present. Now, as you do that, some of the individuals that you talk to or that you connect to DuePoint with in these 4 ways are going to catch the vision. Not all of them. Not all of them. Many of them will say no, but some of them will catch the vision and they'll want to become wealth engineers. When they do, we allocate them to you and your channel is born. These folk go out and do the same thing, connect people to us. Some of the people they connect become wealth engineers, and again, we allocate them to you. And we do this over and over again until you've got people all over the place connecting people to DuePoint. This has been happening at DuePoint for more than a year now, about 18 months. We've seen this spread across the country of South Africa as people are connecting. And this can be happening in your channel. Now, as it does, you create market penetration for us. We as DuePoint come along and we then facilitate the purchase of our products in this channel you've created for us, and your income is born. Now, what's very important to note, ladies and gentlemen, is that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not a scheme or a shape or a whatever that you might think it is. No, we're a listed and licensed insurance company. We're constantly under review and audited by 8 different regulators. There are 150 pieces of regulation that govern this business. We didn't slip something past all of these people. This is a genuine income-earning opportunity, which means, like your employment, your career, like starting your own business, there is a price to pay for success. And that price is not rands and cents here at DuePoint, because we've tried our best to create it not to be that. It is time. Time is the price you pay here. The more time you put in, the longer you put time in, the greater your success will be here with us. If you put no time, no energy, no thought, no effort into the system, you earn nothing. But you can completely change your economic future with DuePoint if you pay with time. Now, there's 2 ways that we reward you here at DuePoint. The first is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you R27.50 every time someone in your channel makes a product payment successfully via debit order, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel that payment is made. So, for instance, you run out, you chat to a couple of your friends, some of them say yes, take up a product, make their product payments, you get R27.50 multiplied by 200%, that's R55 every month for every product that they successfully pay for. It's not R1, it's not R5, it's not R12.26. We've seen all those numbers, those are 1990s numbers. This is the 21st century. This is material and significant earnings that we've created for you in the DuePoint system. Now, these folk go out, they chat to a few more people. Some of them become wealth engineers, and when they do and make their product payments, you get R27.50 multiplied by 200% again, R55. Now, in this particular example, you've been here for a few minutes. There's a handful of people in your channel. With a handful of people in your channel, in this example, you're earning just under R1,000 a month. It's been relatively easy to start feeling the income coming in. Now the work comes, the time comes. As you build a channel outwards across the country, you earn on a diminishing basis down to the 8th point. Now, there is no limit to the size of the channel you can grow here at DuePoint. From the 8th point onwards, as long as you qualify to earn, you will always get 4% of R27.50. Always. As long as you qualify to earn. Now, how do you qualify to earn? Well, there's a little 6-minute video on our YouTube channel that explains the entire system to you. That's how complicated it is here. It took me 6 minutes to explain it. Go and watch the 6-minute video. You will understand how to qualify. And as you do, no matter how big your channel earns, you will always earn 4% of R27.50 from the 8th point onwards. Our hope, again, is to create legacy. When you hand this over to your children one day, we want them to continue growing your asset, your channel, from the point that you left it. That's our hope here. Now, practically speaking, how much does that translate into for you? Well, it's very difficult to know, because each of you is going to be growing at a different rate. Some of you, none at all. Some of you are going to shoot the lights out. We don't know. But what we did is we took 2 decades of information, and we worked out what we believe is a very conservative and realistic growth formula for the average wealth engineer. We call it our 3+2 growth formula. It's just an example. You will grow at your own rate. But at 3+2, which means in your first month you put just 3 people on your first point. Just 3 people in a month. And then every month thereafter, you put just 2 people on your first point, an average of 1 every 2 weeks. And you work with your guys that you add to do the same thing. And we apply our lapses and cancellation rates and people not doing 3+2, all the usual, to the maths. We believe that of you doing that after 6 months, you can reasonably and conservatively expect to be earning about R2,500 a month here at DuePoint. Now, for some people, that's too little. For other people, it's already life-changing. It is, however, R30,000 a year that you have added to your household income with this tool. You haven't quit your jobs. You've added this to your current lifestyle. Now, if you can do another 6 months to a year, we believe that you'll be earning around R9,000 to R10,000 a month, R120,000 a year that you've added to your personal finance in 12 months with us. That's this time next year. It's not 12 minutes, it's not 12 weeks, it's 12 months, okay? Now, the reality is we lose most people around there, because 3 months feels like forever. especially when your dad said no to you and your mom said no to you and your cousins said no to you and your best friend laughed at you. 3 months can be a long time. But the price you pay in this business is time, not people saying no. The longer you do this, the greater your success. Time is the price that you pay. Can you put a year in? Most people can't. We don't have that kind of self-discipline here in South Africa. We give up too easily. But when one understands what one can get out of this, surely the reward will drive us past that 3-month mark. I'm going to show you a little bit more now. But if you can survive 12 months, we think you can reasonably expect to be earning about 10 grand a month with us. Now, if you can do 2 years with us, we reckon you'll be earning around 27 to 30,000 rand a month, 360,000 rands worth of extra income after 2 years with us. If you can do 3 years with us, we reckon you'll be earning about 45 to 50,000 rand a month, 600,000 rand a year. If you can do 4 years with us, we reckon it'll be around 60 to 65,000 rand a month. That's 720,000 rand a year. And if you can last half a decade of hard labor with DuePoint, we reckon you'll be earning around 80 to 100,000 rand a month. That's R1 million a year. R1 million a year that you could potentially be earning. It puts you in the top 0.5% of earners in the country. You've done it in 5 years. Not 5 minutes, not 5 months, 60 months. 60 months of labor. Now I get 2 responses to this. Some people say to me, Brendan, this is too slow. That's the majority. People say, I'm not waiting 5 years. You must be mad. Facebook said to me I could earn after 3 months. Yeah, no. This is the real deal. We are trying here to create stable, recurring, and potentially lifetime earnings. We've got to do it the right way. And by doing it the right way is going to take time. But really, how long is 5 years? How many years have you been employed for? 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? But you're going back on Monday. I don't understand why more of you are not going to your boss and going, hang on. This is taking too long. You know, Facebook promised me 3 months, and here I've been here 10 years already. No, folks, we're happy to chuck away our time into dead-end jobs. I can say that quite comfortably because only 0.5% of people in South Africa have good jobs. The other 99.5% of us are on a treadmill to nowhere. You know it. You know it. But we're happy with that. Now we're saying do something out the box for 5 years and change everything about your future. Time is in the eye of the beholder, guys. You have to understand how much value you can create here over a period of 5 years if you can stick it out. Now, alternatively, people say to me, this is just marketing. Nobody's ever going to earn this much money. Well, we've really got people earning more than this, so that makes me feel better, but it's a valid question. Let's look at it on the ground. Every month we pick a handful of folk from around the country that are earning with the system, and we tell you their stories. Okay? Next month, if you come next week, Tuesday, there's going to be our next batch of guys that are coming through the system. It's quite exciting. Okay? We've had hundreds and hundreds of people that are earning at DuePoint, and we picked just a handful. But for this month, here's the few that we've picked. We've got Mlu from Johannesburg. He joined us 9 months ago. 9 months ago. Okay? Very skeptical at first. Took 2 months to believe that we would actually pay him. I don't know why he thought a 7-decade-old insurance company wouldn't pay. Okay? But we did. Okay? Great. Much to his relief, surprise, and joy. And from the month 3, he decided to get serious. And in the next 5 months, he built himself a channel worth 10,000 Rand a month. So if you were sitting here a few minutes ago going, geez, I wonder what an extra 10,000 Rand a month would feel like coming into my bank account, he now knows it. He now knows the feeling, what it's like to have an extra 10 grand a month coming into his account. Yeah, it took him 9 months, 7 months of hard labor, 9 months in total. But what's 9 months to have an extra 10 grand? Remember I said it would take a year. In my maths, a year, 9 to 10,000 Rand. He did it in 9, and he wasted his first 2 months. All right, then we've got Zongizwe from Kwamashu, KZN. Oh my goodness, you see, you can build this business without having to bring people to sew the paint on the walls, okay? You actually can build this business, okay? Next time someone asks you that, just go, you've never been to Google's head office, but you use them, okay? Look at when she joined us, 4 months ago. 4 months ago, okay? Unemployed for 4 years, decided it was time for a change. Got herself stuck in, and in the course of the next 4 months has created a channel worth 12,000 Rand a month. Now remember, she's got lots of free time. She's unemployed. Have you got lots of free time? Maybe not. Maybe you've only got an hour a week, maybe only an hour a month. That's fine. There's no deadline. There's no race. You don't have to get there by a certain time. You will just build at your own speed. But what's wonderful is to demonstrate people embracing the model and changing their future. 12 grand a month channel after just 4 months with us. Then we've got Siyabonga from Madadeni KZN. Again, proof that this can be done outside of Gauteng. Joined us 6 months ago. And in 6 months, created a channel worth 12,000 Rand. Now, remember I said to you that it takes 6 months to get to about 2,500 Rand a month. Still stand by that? I think that's a reasonable number, reasonable target for you to aim for. But if you really want to get stuck in and get down to it, well, you can make some interesting changes in your life quite quickly. How many of you can push through 3 months? How many? All of the people I've shown you now have pushed through the first 3 months. The first 3 months are the worst. You suck at this. Every time someone asks you about DuePoint, they just nail you. Question, and you're just dead. But after 3 months, you've had all the questions. You know how to answer them with confidence. You know what's happening. You can demonstrate your growth and your success. Can you survive the first 3 months? And then we got Donnie, 16 months. I pulled these figures at 16 months. 16 months with us, chipping away, said to me last year, Brendan, if I can just increase my earning by a couple hundred Rand a month, that's all, just a couple hundred Rand a month, how is my income, what is my income going to look like after 10 years? And he's done exactly that. 16 months in, he's got a 300,000 Rand a year channel. 300,000 Rand extra income a year channel. He's built in 16 months. I said 27,000 to 30,000 after a year. He has 8 more months after I pull these numbers to get there. I think he's going to make it. I think he's going to make it. My maths is working. It's up to you what you do. Go and look at all of the other stories we have. They're on our YouTube channel. People earning $700 a month, $1,500 a month, 3,000 Rand a month, 83,000 Rand a month. All the testimonies are there. Go and listen to how they're using the tool to create income for themselves. And then, folks, the second way you earn through the DuePoint system is through our XP Rewards program. It's our training program. It is how we train and educate you in the DuePoint system and the financial services industry. Through a set of steps that as you complete, we reward you with XP points, experience points. They're not worth any rands and cents, okay? They're just a measure of how experienced you are in our training program. As you complete the steps and gain that experience, naturally, your channel grows. And where your channel grows and you meet the criteria of experience and channel size, we reward you as you rank up in our training program. In the beginning, it's a little bit of cash. A little bit later, the cash gets a bit more serious as you get a bit bigger and more experienced. And then we start to equip you with tools. Tools we know are going to help you accelerate the growth of your channels. At rank 5 in our training program, we give you an imported lightning memory stick. Comes from America, plugs into all electronic devices, and it's jam-packed with our presentations, downloads, tools, testimonies, everything you need to connect people to DuePoint with. At rank 7, we give you another very powerful tool, your own set of business cards, but not a junky, cheapy set. An imported 12,500 Rand set, gold gilded, gold printed, and custom made for you. When you hand that card to people, they're going to want to know what you're doing with DuePoint. Very, very powerful set of cards. And then, folks, at rank 9, which is far away from you guys, because you're all rank 0 right now, but we're at rank 9 when you get there, once you've pushed through the 3-month barrier and beyond. We take you and your family away, as long as you maintain your channel size every year, on a 1-week holiday, 5-star business class, all expenses paid. Now we're going in December this year. All rank 9s are coming with us. There's no winners, there's no prizes, there's no competitions at DuePoint. Everything is earned, and the criteria for everybody is the same. When you become rank 9, you come away with us. December, about 100 days away, is our trip with our rank 9s. Will you make it? Unlikely. But you can prove me wrong. I'm quite happy for you. There's nothing stopping you from proving me wrong. But 100 days is very short to get from rank 0 to rank 9. But the wonderful thing about DuePoint is that you don't start at 0 in January again. This is an accumulation business. We're creating legacy. Whatever you build in the next 100 days is what you will start with in January. And therefore, it will be that much easier for you to go rank 9 next year or the year after. You're constantly growing here at DuePoint. Now, I'm sure you want to see where we're going because you're not going to join us. Or are you? I don't know. Anyway, this is actual footage of the hotel we're going to at the end of this year.
All of your wind has gone, and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand on at the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
so it looks like it's a bit of okay. It doesn't look like a caravan park. Is it worth pushing through the first 3 months? Is it worth pushing through the first year? Is it worth pushing through 5 years if this is what's on the table? It's available to all rank 9s who maintain their channel size. We've got 2 business class flights full of people that are coming with us at the end of this year. Is yours the next picture on the list? Are you and your family joining us? At rank 11, we give you another very useful tool. It's your own car. It's not branded. It's not given to you and taken away. It's not rented to you. It's not financed through us. It's your car. And we hope that you will build your freedom with it here at DuePoint. Folks, once a month, every month, we run part of our training program is our wealth quests. Our wealth quests are designed with a set of criteria. It's different every month to help you build sustainable, solid foundations in your channels. Everybody can do it, whether rank 0 to rank 15. Anybody can do it in the system. As long as you qualify and complete the criteria every month, we reward you with tools that will help you, again, accelerate the growth of your channels. Some months it's your own iPhone, your own iPad, your own smart TV, data, Wi-Fi routers, cash, even some months to help you grow your channels. This month, our wealth quest is expand your empire. So for all my wealth engineers out there, what do you got to do? You've got to find a person in 2 different provinces. Get them qualified and get everyone paid by the end of the month. And if you can do that successfully, this month you get your very own Apple iPhone. Not a Hong Kong version, the real thing, and not like my second-hand one from 2 years ago, one you peel out of the plastic yourself. It's your own iPhone. If you know how much iPhones cost, you know how much it is worth to complete this quest this month. It's worth it. If you want to find out again how to qualify individuals, go watch the 6-minute video on our YouTube channel, and you'll understand it. Go to our website, Wealth Engineers, DuePoint.net, log in, go to XP Quest, and read the full terms and conditions of the Wealth Quest there so you know what to do in order to get that Apple iPhone. Folks, people say to me, Brendan, how do you fund this business? How does it work? The math doesn't seem to work. Well, we have built this business exactly the same way as we do in the traditional space. The traditional insurance and banking space, we spend billions annually on advertising to you. Billboards, TV, radio, SMSs, bathrooms, taxis, you name it. If there's a spot for an advert, we put an advert up. Costs a fortune. How do we pay for that? Well, we reverse engineer the cost of that into your monthly payments. Your banking fees, your funeral cover, your car cover, your insurance cover. 30 to 50% of it is next month's marketing cost. That's how we build this modeling. Now, we've done exactly the same thing here at DuePoint. We've built it into the price. But instead of paying money to SABC, DSTV, Cheetah, Billboards, or instead of paying them, we now have the money available for you and your channel. That's very simply how the maths works. Now, folks, we as DuePoint come along and we facilitate the purchase of 3 separate products in your channel that you have created for us. The first one is our Access Wealth Plan. Our Access Wealth Plan is made up of 2 separate products. The first product, you pay $2.99 for the plan, but the first product is your very own tax-free investment account. We go out, we open it for you, and every month that you pay the $2.99, we take 100 Rand and we put it into the investment account for you. Now, this is an investment account. It's not a savings account at a bank. There's no fixed return, fixed interest rates. You are now a shareholder. Your money goes into an investment platform where your money is invested into shares on the stock exchange, bonds, land, forex, all sorts of. You become a shareholder. And as the markets move, so does your money move. And as dividends are declared, as shareholders, you get shares on percentages of those dividends in this investment account. Now, this is a no restriction, no notice period investment account, which means you can withdraw your money at any time. There's no waiting period on this investment account. You can pull your money the moment it goes in. So the real cost of this plan is actually 199 Rand a month. And for that, you pay for your second product in this plan, which is our personal accident cover. 110,000 Rands worth that you get in this product. The second product that we have is our Wealth Guard product. This gives you, for 274 Rand a month, 1.1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. No waiting periods. You're undercover from your first premium payments. No deferred benefit periods. No maximum age limits. No medical examinations or declarations. And yes, and as I said, no maximum age limits. You can have this product until your last breath. 274 Rand. And then, folks, our third product, our non-financial, non-insurance product, our Wealth Points Buyers Club. For 274 Rand a month, you get to be a member of our Buyers Club. We've gone out as a big corporate to strings of suppliers, and we're constantly adding new ones, and negotiated the best prices, account managers, vouchers, packages that we as a corporate can get. And as a member of our Buyers Club, you get direct access to all of those discounts, prices, packages, account managers, etc. We've got everything in there that we believe you're already using. Groceries, Checkers, Hershey's, Take-A-Lot, Yuppie Chef, Eagle Ford, entertainment, gym, you name it, it is in there, and you get our prices, vouchers, packages, etc. as a member of our Buyers Club. Then, as a wealth engineer, folks, in addition, at no cost, you get the entire executive and management team here. You can book us any time of the week, Monday to Saturday. We work with you, we work with your teams, train them, strategize, goal set, whatever you need to help you succeed. You get all of our facilities here. Monday to Friday, Saturday you can book, you can just come in and use them at no cost to you. Presentation rooms, boardrooms, breakaway rooms, Wi-Fi, free tea and coffee. It's all here for you to use in building your channels. You get all of our technology and hardware, and you get nationwide footprint because we live stream everything across the nation every single day with our technology. All of that you get as a wealth engineer. So we really don't believe there's much of a decision to be made in this process. It is time for us to start thinking about a different way of creating income for ourselves. We believe that we've demonstrated a system that can be used reliably, and we want you to be part of it. If you do become a wealth engineer, it's very simple. If you want to become one, just take your tablet or your smartphone, hook up into our free Wi-Fi or use our iPads outside, go to DuePoint.net, click apply, fill out the form. 2 minutes later, you're going to get a W number SMS to you. That's the birth of your channel. It doesn't go into some structure somewhere. It's yours. You will use that W number to create a channel for DuePoint and an asset for yourself. We've got all the tools. All the tools that you want. If you want them, go to our information counter or order them at info@dewpoint.net. We've got the USB stick with our presentation on it. Go and get it. Go and get it. You don't have to present it. Plug it into your TV or computer, and there we are presenting. We've got backup batteries, battery packs for your phones, because nothing like having someone fill out their application on your phone when the battery dies to really make your day a sour day. Get the battery pack. We've got business cards you can order. We custom make them for you. They're not a 12,500 Rand set, but they're a beautiful, beautiful set. You get 500 cards in that set. And of course, we've got all the other bits and bobs. Get them, get the tools, get out there building your channels with DuePoint. Folks, this Saturday, we're in Durban. We don't go out of this office very often, so this is quite a key event in the year. Last 78 days of this year, we're going to hit Durban on Saturday. We're going to start at 10 o'clock, Southern Sun Ilangele Hotel on the beachfront road there in Durban. Make sure you are there. Go to events on our website or onto our app. Book your tickets. Bring your ticket if you want to be let in. The tickets are free, but make sure you bring it if you want to be let in on Saturday. Both an introduction presentation and a training session on the same day. Perfect for finding your guy in KZN, no matter what province you're in. Find him in KZN and get one of the 2 guys you have to find this month growing in a separate province to the one you live in. We will see you all there. Folks, from this Friday, Wealth Engineers, we're moving the parking. You'll remember, security, etc., etc. Welcome to South Africa. We're moving the parking just up the road here, about 100 meters up on the left-hand side. You'll see it over there is the entrance. Here's where we are right now. You just drive straight up in there, or you come along that road, which I would suggest you do. It's even more convenient. Straight in to the Bryanston Sports Club there. There's a paved walkway the whole way down. We'll have a dedicated DuePoint guard here at the gate to let you in. Please make sure you bring some form of ID with you, just in case. We're very sticky, around here. We don't want anyone turned away. Driver's license, ID, something, and your guest too. And make sure you book online. We want to have that guest list ready. Go to events, click it on your app or on our website, book yourself in. If you don't know how to do it, there's a training video on how you book in on our YouTube. Go and watch it. Make sure you're booked. Starts at our 12:15 presentation on Friday, guys. You're going to be parking up the road. They won't let you in. You have to walk in. Please do that and get in. If you rank 10 plus, if you rank 10 plus, so you've just had the holiday at rank 9. If you rank 10 plus, we give you, in addition to the reward for rank 10, we give you a remote and your own parking bay here in the office park. Walking or parking outside. More incentive to push through here at DuePoint. Folks, as wealth engineers, we encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please, it is free to subscribe. Go there, click the button, then you'll know when we go live every day and when we upload videos. Download our free app from the Google Store or the Apple Store. Download it onto your phone or your tablet. It plugs you straight into your channel here. 24 hours a day, 365. You've got real-time access to your channel, and you can see what's going on. Tools, training, your personal documentation and details, all on that app. Get it before you go. Use our free Wi-Fi. Folks, I think you can see that we're pretty serious about what we're doing here. This isn't one of these things that you've heard about or your father warned you about. That's not what we are. We're very serious about being part of the solution in South Africa. We are. And we want you to be part of it. If you've got questions or concerns today, come and ask the person who brought you, or come and ask us. We had to answer the questions when we built this model. Come and ask us the questions. Let's get cracking. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Wealth Engineers, 78 days left. Make it happen. I'll see you outside, and thanks for tuning in live, guys.